What we're going to look at in this tutorial is setting up a website without having to create the HTML and CSS pages. There's a number of web hosting companies which offer users a facility to create websites using their template web builder applications. One of them is One and One My Website, which is advertising quite a lot on TV recently. And the idea is with them is that for a fee they will host your website and they give you the tools whereby you can just create web pages using their templates by dragging and dropping content in the various places on the web page. We're not going to use that because that costs money and we haven't got any, so we're going to use something that's very similar, which is a site called Weebly.com. Sorry about the name, that wasn't my idea, but Weebly.com has a similar process to One and One. Basically you create a website which they'll host for you using their website building tools, which is drag and drop, so you don't have to use HTML and CSS. It can be a useful way for quickly setting up things like a record of BTEC assignment work, so it's online, or keeping any of your own documents, or creating your own website for your own amusement really. Okay, so we're on Weebly.com. You have to sign up, give your full name, email and password, and then you're just registered. I'm already registered, so I'm going to click login, and very quick typing there. I'll put in my email address and I log in. Now because I'm already registered, it's showing some of the sites I've already created, some test sites. You'll come to this screen and you just click on add site to add a new site. You give the site a name. This is just the name that will appear at the top of the page, so I'm going to call this Stanmore assignments. Let's say I was going to use it to load some of my assignment work for BTEC work on here. Type of site, well, I'm going to call this educational, and the category I'm just going to call this a class project. You can choose whatever you want. It's only for their use, not for your use, so it doesn't matter. You then get this screen and it talks about website domain. Website domain basically is the name of your website, what the user will type into the URL. You can actually register a new domain, so you can have your complete new www.yourname.com.co whatever, but you have to pay for that. Or you could use a domain you already have. We're going to use the free option, which is to use the subdomain of Weebly.com. I'm going to call this Stanmore Teacher, for want of a better idea. It's a subdomain, so what it means is the name of the website is going to be quite a mouthful. It's going to be www.stanmoreteacher.weebly.com. What that means is the website is actually a subdomain of the web page, or sorry, the website Weebly.com. It's not really going to affect it that much actually. We still get our own website. So press continue. Give it the name that your name or something appropriate you're going to remember. And when you press continue, you then go on to create your website. So the first thing that comes up, some plugins are out of date. Let's get those updating in the background and I'll carry on with this. Okay, basically where we've got here is a template page. It's got the title that's going to appear at the top. It's already given us an image, and it's got some space down here where we just drag and drop these icons to add content. First thing I'm going to do is change the design. I'm not too keen on that one. If you click on the design tab at the top and then you click on all themes down the bottom here, then I'm going to click on this business theme I've used before. It just gives you a slightly different look to the page. There's loads of them in there. You can try some out and see one which you like. Once you're happy with it, you say, so this is a preview. I'm going to say use the theme. Means this theme is going to be the one that's used for my web pages. Okay, and as you can see, it gives a space for an image. The title at the top was the name of the website, so I've called it Stanmore Assignments, and down the bottom is where you add the content. Right, but let's start by adding some content. If we click on the elements again, these are the elements of the web page. Loads of different options. I'm only going to go for a couple. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add multiple columns, and basically what this means is my page is going to be split, in this case, to two columns. I'm going to have the main content on the left, and on the right hand side I'm going to have a sidebar. I could choose as many columns as I like from here. So I've got my columns set up. Now I need to put some space or some elements which are going to allow me to put content. You can have a paragraph with a title, so you add a title and you put some text underneath it. You can have a paragraph with a picture where the text wraps around, or plain text, and lots of other options. I'm going to start with this one here. So paragraph with picture, I just drag it down into the box on the left hand column, so it's going to appear in the left hand column. And I'm just going to add a simple image to appear there. It says upload a photo from your computer, and all you need to do is have a folder where you've got some images ready that you want to use. I'm just going to, no, in this particular case, I don't know, this is from the previous website. I'm just going to put an image of a computer for no particular reason, just to show how it works. And then you need some text. It says click here to edit the text. So if you're uploading some text you already got, and something I prepared earlier, I'm just going to copy a little bit of this text from here, from a Word document, and paste it into the place where it says click to edit and add text. And as you can see, it wraps the text around the image, so it looks quite neat. The text follows the default for this particular page. I can change the text though if I highlight, for example, my title hasn't appeared. So if I want to highlight that, I can go to highlight the section, I can make it bold, and I can increase the size, and you can use some of these other options and even make it different colours, etc. Let's just make that a red colour. Okay, so I've got that basic part. So that's using an image. You'll notice that I copied from this page. None of the images were copied across, it just copies the text, so it's ignored this image here. You have to upload the images separately. And the same thing, I could just put some text over on the left hand side just to give it a something there. Click to edit text, same thing. Doesn't really matter, it's only an example. Let's put, not too sure how that'll come out really, but let's just look at it. Don't think it's going to be formatted very nicely, but well, let's sort of spread it out, and let's just make that column a bit wider. So you get the idea. You've got simple drag and drop images, and then you start getting some pages. One other thing I'm going to do is change this image to represent something to do with computing. Well, actually, I'm going to change the size of the image. If I click on this button here, I'm going to make it what's called a short header, and otherwise I'm just going to make it smaller. And then when I've made it smaller, as you can see, it's truncated that image. I'm going to, I thought it allowed me to drag it, but let's see what happens here. Okay, it does. So I'm going to drag my another image, in this case just this one, so choose a suitable image that appear at the top of the page, just something general, or you don't have to have it at all. One of the options could have been to delete it, and then just to make sure the space is filled, you just drag, that'll do, press OK, and press save. I'm going to save it to all pages. You can save it to just this one, but basically what it means is that image will appear at the top of all the pages, gives it a consistent look and feel, but try out what you want. Well, I've got a very basic page created already. This is my first web page. I could publish and create a website now, but one other thing I want to do is just to show you how to add a separate page. By the way, try out some of these other icons, they're all fairly self-explanatory. So let's click on pages. I've got one page already. I could add an extra page. I'm going to be lazy, I'm just going to copy this home page, give it a new name. I'm very lazy, I'm just going to go whoops on its second page. Now I'm going to edit it, and this particular one could have, I could literally go in and just change the text, for example. So instead of that text there, oops, let's put something else from my document. Let's just copy some of this. Let's see what gets copied across. There you go. So the Word document's pasted in. Again, what I could do is just change this text whatever way. So I want to make that a header. I don't know what colour I chose before. Let's make it a bit different. Main differences between browsers. There you go. Don't need the number. So I've got some text. I could change my image as well. So if I want to, yes, sorry, I need to delete the image. And then if I need to put another image in, I've got to upload another image here. Let's change that one. So that one's the computer. I really haven't got anything really suitable, but let's put that one in. There you go, a bit large. And then you've got some other images there. So all I could do is change the page. So now I've got my 2 pages. Create the page. I've got 2 pages. Sorry, let's create the website. So I press publish. Comes back with this again. I'm happy with it to be the subdomain. So press continue. And now I'm just going to close that. I've actually got my web page. My website's actually created. Let's go and look at it. Stanmore teacher. It's not teacher Stanmore, it's the other way around. So if I do that, let's see what happens. There you go. And this is it. So now I'm no longer on the website weebly.com. This is a finished website. I can have as many pages as I want with whatever text I want. I can click between one page and another. So the second page is this, and that's the first page. So give it a try. Perhaps copy some of your assignments up for Unit 20 or Unit 28, or create your own website on any particular topic you want.